Welcome to our 5 on 5. Pleased to be joined again by Governor Kate Brown. Governor, good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks very much for being here. So the legislature nearing the halfway point of this session. In your eyes, what's the best thing that they've accomplished so far?
I think there's two things. Number one, what I'm pleased about is the level of collegiality and bipartisanship. Legislators are working across the aisle and around the state to do what's best for Oregonians. The second piece is I'm really excited to see the commitment around education, making sure that students have access to an excellent education in every single school across the state.
After Measure 97 was soundly rejected by voters, Democrats have reportedly discussed a gross receipts tax. Are you in favor of that idea?
Well, my first priority as governor is to make sure that every single taxpayer dollar is spent effectively and efficiently. So we're looking to make sure that we continue to serve Oregonians in the best way we can. We're looking to save money by delivering services better. I'll just share the Department of Administrative Services has redone leasing agreements with a private company and saved taxpayers over $60 million. That's the kind of work we are doing every single day to make sure that taxpayer dollars are well spent.
And that the revenue question hasn't really been tackled by this legislature yet. We're halfway through it. Is this something you anticipate maybe in May, or is it going to be in June?
Well, right now we're still in the process of developing budgets. The governor proposes, I proposed our budget at the beginning of December last year. The legislature disposes of that budget. My goal is to make sure that my priorities, that we can meet my priorities for the state. That means making sure that every school is excellent, that every student has access to a really good education. I just had an experience to illustrate that out at Eagle Point High School and then right here in Medford at McLaughlin Middle School. Secondly, to make sure that every Oregonian has access to health care and that we have communities where people can get good paying jobs in. And so my goal is to meet those priorities, and we'll work hard on doing that this legislative session.
Very good. We're going to take a break. Much more in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Governor Kate Brown. You're going through the process of picking Rob Patridge's successor as Klamath County DA. You've allowed a group in the county to make a recommendation. You are not bound to that recommendation, but what are you going to look for in Patridge's successor?
Can I just say thank you to Rob Patridge for his service to this community. I really appreciate the time and energy he has spent in the Klamath Falls region, really serving that community. And I also appreciate his leadership on the OLCC. He's just done a stellar job, and I appreciate his dedication and his commitment to Oregonians. In terms of the Klamath Falls District Attorney, we want to make sure that the new district attorney reflects the community, is respectful of the community, and is committed to making sure that we get tough on crime in a smart way and an effective way. So I'm pleased, actually, it was a business group that came together, interviewed the candidates. I will probably take a serious look at their recommendations, but I will also do some interviews on my own. But I'm so grateful they were willing to dedicate that time and energy to interviewing the diversity of candidates that we're presented with.
Record low unemployment. New numbers came out today. I believe it's 3.8%. Very good statewide. I imagine Southern Oregon is lagging behind Portland. What do you want to see for rural Oregon to build up jobs?
Well, I'm pleased with the very low unemployment rate, but Oregon's motto is she flies with her own wings, not she rests on her laurels. And so we will continue to fight to grow the economy in every single corner in the state. The rural communities have not seen that kind of economic growth. So we think there are a couple of tools that we can implement in our rural communities. Infrastructure, investing in roads and bridges and putting people back to work, building roads and bridges. Secondly, housing, workforce housing, so that employers can move in and employees can find good housing. Third, water infrastructure, have a bonding package. And then fourth, internet access. So that's infrastructure. Second piece for me is workforce development. Every business that I go to says they struggle to find qualified workers. But in touring Eagle Point High School, they're growing the new workers of the future workplace. They're doing a great job with their career and technical education. I want to make sure that every Oregon high school student has access to career and technical ed. The hands-on learning experiences are absolutely key. And then thirdly, small businesses. They're truly the lifeblood of Oregon's economy. They're the job creators. We need to make sure that our small businesses have access to the capital and have the technical and mentorship assistance that they need to be successful and create new jobs.
Good to see you. Thanks so much for
Thank
giving
you.
us your time. Appreciate it.
Great to see you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.